Well, hey there, hi there, ho there, internet. I have elected not to go on the highway today because I just didn't feel like sitting in traffic for fucking 20 minutes. So today is go the back roads and sit in traffic for 20 minutes, more or less. But at least there I know it's because of traffic lights and not because of, well, is there an accident? Is there police presence? Who knows? Today I thought we would have a little PSA moment. You know, the more you know star going across the screen and all that. Somehow, some way, driving in this country has to change. Because right now, it's just simply too much. It's all about me! Me! It's all about me and where I'm going. And you people in these cars are not really people's entities or other. You're just an anonymous vehicle. There's no humanity attached to the vehicle in question. And that shit has to stop. So things that you could possibly do, dear internet friends, to help alleviate the problem. Number one, please, 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 leave space between you and the vehicle in front of you. Yeah, listen, look, I know that it is really very, very painful to let someone in front of you as you're rolling along in traffic, but here's the thing. If you're rolling at a somewhat constant speed through traffic, and people are cutting in front of you, most of the time, those people are also going to cut up to the other side of you. They'll be in and out of your lane. You'll still keep rolling, still keep moving forward, and they'll take their impatient ass somewhere else. I know it is difficult. I understand that. It took me years to unlearn the behavior of, I must not let you pass! Seriously, let it go. There's no point to it. There really isn't. There's no reason to not let someone in front of you. I don't care if you've been sitting in DC traffic for 4 fucking hours and that person that just cut in front of you is the last goddamn straw. Just let it go. Chill. Music. Banter. Talk to someone. Whatever. Realize that in the next 30 seconds, that person will be out of your life. Next up, merging onto the limited access highway. I just am gobsmacked at the amount of people that have not yet figured out how to do this. Okay, there's a ramp, usually, typically, allowing you to get onto the highway or off of the highway that is of sufficient length that even the smallest 4-cylinder vehicle, or 3, you know, let's not leave out the little the Chevy whatever the hell it is, or no, Geo Metro, that if you push on the right pedal with sufficient force, you should be able to get up to speed to match or exceed, would you get in your own lane, the traffic on the highway. Because your goal is to get on the highway, right? That is the goal. So what you need to do is be going the same speeds as the people on the highway before you enter it. There's really just, it's just that simple. If you're going the same speed or a little above, then it's pretty easy to find a hole to slot your vehicle into. There's just no reason to be doing 30 miles an hour down an on-ramp, be doing 50 to merge into the traffic, and just, you cause a mess for the people on the highway, you cause a mess for the people behind you that are trying to get on the highway, and then that whole, you know, that buffer you're supposed to have between vehicles is gone entirely because the people behind you are just willing to commit vehicular homicide on you and the people behind you and around you because they can't get on the highway safely either. Learn to merge, people. It happens daily on my ride into work. Another topic that has to do with merging. Here in North Carolina, don't know if it's similar elsewhere, if a vehicle is attempting to merge onto the highway and that vehicle is ahead of you, you are bound by the law of the state to allow them in. Again, I don't understand this whole, I will close the gap and you shall not pass! You shall not pass! What the fuck, man? They need to get on the highway. Part of your job as a good steward of the driving public is to allow them on the highway. Why the fuck won't you let them on? And then you know what happens? The person that's on the ramp stops fucking dead because they can't find a slot because people won't let them in. And, you know, the very timid drivers just won't make that space for themselves. Why, people? Why? Why will you not let people on the highway? It's not your damn space to defend as if someone has besmirched your sister's honor. They need to get on the highway. Similar to that is the need to get off the highway. If someone has a turn signal on and they're indicating that they need to go over into your lane in order to get into the next lane or whatever, because there's an exit coming up, don't block them. Don't go, nuh-uh, motherfucker. This is my lane. You can't be in here. No, it doesn't work that way. They want to get off the highway and out of your way. Let them get out of your way. That's some of the tips from Off Balance. Oh, how about traffic with a center turn lane? Center turn lane. Turn. Very, you know, the half of the damn word is turn. Do not use this as your own personal way of getting out into the middle of the traffic flow so that you may join the flow of traffic. That is not how it works. Is not how it's intended to be used. And again, I will see it, I am quite sure, during this commute, where people do this technique because they're just not very good at driving. It boils down to, folks, that we are supposed to try and minimize accidents and behaviors and such that cause these accidents. If we were all a little more tolerant of each other, we would certainly avoid another large portion of accidents. And finally, to you, Mr. and Mrs. Texter on the phone. We all know who you are. You know why? You can't maintain a lane. You bounce within the goddamn stripes on the road. If we're lucky, otherwise you're across them. Uh-oh. We have hit reserve. You can't maintain a speed. You're going fast, you're going slow, you're going fast, you're going slow. Just put it down. Seriously, no one is going to die without the communication from your telemoto device. Just don't do it. Save someone else's life. Because you know what? Much like drunk drivers, it's not the goddamn texter that gets injured, it's the person behind, front, or around them that's gonna get screwed. And I kind of see it from the teenage population as being, well, they don't know better and need to be taught. But the ones that slay me, truly, are the ones that have grown up with rotary dial phones. You know who you are. You're in your 40s. You have managed to go from having the chink, chink, to the amazeballs that is modern technology. And yet you are worse than any teenager because you can't keep your shit between the lines to save your life. Look, our eyeballs age, and the ability to go from focal point there to focal point down here and back becomes something that used to be a fraction of a second to several seconds. It's aging. Live with it. You can't text and drive. You're worse than the teenagers. And it's worse that somehow in your mind you've gotten it in there that it doesn't matter. You're adults. Your brain has stopped growing. You should know better. And I don't know why you don't. Hell, I hate changing songs on this thing. If I'm listening to Spotify, I hate changing a song because I know I can't focus my attention, and the little button to turn shit is way too small. So thus ends our PSA for today. Ooh, the sun's warm. Please, 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 it is everyone's job to keep all the road users safe, to get everyone home and to the destinations safe. We all have to participate in that. It's not a standalone thing. We are not just some, random, no-face person inside the metal box. There's a real living being inside there. So I guess, until the next time, Internet. Later days. Damn you kids. You have smudged the shit out of my mirrors.